Woohoo! Hello! The goat is here where? You the goat? Me? No, Viet Beast? Who? Where? Ba-dow. Hello! Hello, everyone. Oh, who's that? Choco? Choco Keki. Followed. Oh, I know. Hello. Thank you for following. W streamer. No, I'm just a normal streamer. Hello, hello. Happy Friday and happy Pie Day. It's Pie Day. And now I'm gonna annoy everyone with my only party trick from 6th grade, which is reciting 51 digits of pi. Ready? 3.1415926535846226433883795028841971693993751 and so on and so forth. Woohoo! Happy Pie Day! I did not actually have pie today, but the pie is there in spirit. What kind of blew my mind is that we're 10 years out from like Pi Day 2015 because 3.1415, and I cannot believe that was 10 years ago because I remember that. I remember that day because my parents got me a pie shirt. It was probably one of the lamest and coolest things that ever happened. It's the more consistent streamer that isn't Kai or Mochi, Sammy, me. You memorize the first 100 digits of pi? Ready, go. That's twice as many as I have. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you would think my engineering coworkers would enjoy Pi Day as much as I did. I brought it up and they chuckled and they didn't say anything else. Wow, very, very nice. That is a lot of digits of pi. And you type that so fast. That's really impressive. Let me get some background music on. Hold up. Woohoo. Let me know if that's too loud. We're gonna color Alma today because, yeah, it is time. Excuse me. It is time to give her some color. Also, I don't know if I said hello to everyone, but hi Kai, hi Blanket, hi Viet Beast, hi Vanilla Sir Barks a Lot Mochi. Anyways, let's just get right to it. Oh my gosh, I left all these layers. Excuse me. Left all these layers open after last time. One thing that I haven't done yet, which I should do, is put all of these line art layers in one folder. There, now it looks like a lot less. But guess what? What's up? What's going on with you? Let's name this. I'm actually gonna name my layers today. That's what I'm guessing. Guess what? Guess what? I'm naming my layers. Alma line art. Look at me being a good artist. I got my first Twitch payout of 2025. Whoa, congratulations! Getting that bread. Hell yeah. Okay. That's exciting. Getting paid is very exciting, always. Yeah. I feel like I don't know if you've been streaming more, if I've just been catching more streams, but I feel like I've been at least able to see your streams more often than normal. It takes about a year to even get my Twitch payouts. Dang, that's a pretty long time. Imagine if your regular jobs were like that. That would be awful. Unless you have like really good money management skills, then like I don't know, maybe that would be okay. I don't know. I feel like things come up like excuse me. Oh my gosh. Let me drink some water really quick. Most of it's from ads. Yeah, when Kai and Vanilla used to stream more, sometimes when I was doing dishes, I would literally just pull up their VODs just so ads would play. Just behind the scenes, making that ad revenue. Or I would put on their pods for like the cat. I just like leave it playing on the TV because I excuse me. Stella's currently my only sub. Wow, that's pretty cool. I would sub to Kai and Vanilla, but it's been a minute since I seen them. We're just gonna fill in all the skin colored. We're just gonna set like a little base color and then adjust from here. I know this is definitely way too pasty, but it's at least a jumping off point. Okay. It's actually kind of pretty much all the skin that's exposed. I'm still not sure if that's supposed to be her feet, like her bare feet. Fake streamer. I'm also trying to stream at least 4 to 5 times a week. Ooh, good luck. That's a lot. That's like a full-time job right there. Hey Vanilla, if you want to try something, you want to try barking in chat? Just for no particular reason. Okay. Okay. Alma's skin is very like glowy. Okay, hang on. I don't think I should do it this way. Okay. The lighting in this definitely makes her look more orange, but I don't think that's a bad direction to take. Ooh, too orange. Actually, okay, not... I'm trying to plan ahead because I know when I shade things, I tend to bring it like way darker. This might be a good start. Let me just dive right into it. I don't normally render right away, but I feel like I'm having trouble picturing her skin tone, and I kind of feel like I should get this right. Or at least semi-right. I'm on a new layer, right? Okay, cool. I was a little bit stressed out about a project that I was assigned to at work, but I got to go over it with my supervisor today, and he told me I did a good job, and that's like the best thing you can hear from your boss, so that felt good, and that was a great way to end the week, because otherwise I would not have enjoyed going into the weekend stressing about that. And my throat is not feeling it all of a sudden. It was fine like 5 minutes ago. Right. More like this. Yeah. And then maybe just where the jacket kind of is a little taller, cast kind of a bigger shadow. The trailer for Freakier Friday came out today too. I remember seeing teasers for it, and I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been that impressed by like sequels and stuff for like classic movies recently, but I don't know, the trailer looked kind of interesting, I think. Like, I still feel like it'll still have that same kind of like sequel-y vibe, if that makes sense, but it looks fun. I feel like that might just be her feet. I don't know, like right here. I don't think it's like shoe. I think it's just open. I think I'm just gonna roll with that. I'll roll with that assumption that that is her bare feet. I don't agree that someone out in the field like this should be wearing such open shoes, but I'm not here to judge, I'm just here to draw. Okay, said I was gonna finish rendering the skin first, but you know what I really want to do? Is you write feet? Oh, of course you came for feet. That's like your I was gonna say like release word, but that's like when you're like feeding dogs. When you're like, okay, and then they eat their food. Please don't eat Alma's feet. That's Kai. I don't know, you're the one who said feet. Got the dogs out. There aren't even dogs in this game this time. Kai's thing is feet and your thing is barking. I heard feet? Yeah, so did Vanilla. I said feet and both of you just appeared out of thin air. We all know Vanilla be slurping feet, yeah. You are what you eat, and he always says he's a dog. Let's see, I feel like I may have had the line art for her head kind of overlapping. Let me find this. There we go. Alright. That looks better. Clean this up a little bit. What's wrong? What happened? I feel like I haven't like looked at the affiliate requirements until very recently. I thought it would take a little longer, so I'm kind of in a situation where suddenly I feel like I need to be thinking about emotes. And I think I know a few that I want, but I don't know. Color Alma's eyes. It's so hard to tell here. My guess would be like a hazily, like brownish greenish, but there's definitely like a reflection on that. Let me grab my phone and try to pull up another picture. Dun, dun, dun. Alma, Monster Hunter. Could I just look up Alma's eyes? Oh, eye color. I'm not the first to think to wonder what color her eyes are. Brown eyes is what, well, this wiki says. Hold on. Monster Hunter Wilds eye color. I feel like I'm getting references for other things. Can't tell from this picture. I mean, it does look pretty brown. Oh, this is like a clearer version of what I have on my iPad. Yeah, it's like brownish. I'll go with brown. That's what I'm saying, Viet Beast. When are we drawing Psyduck? I have like 2 or 3 times on Twitter alone, I have asked him, when are we drawing Psyduck? And then he ignores me and starts sending tweets. And then Kai suggested doing it yesterday, actually. And then as a Vanilla Mochi was like, oh man, actually I'm busy. And I was like, okay, so when do you want to do it? Stop exposing me. Stop ignoring me. I'm down to draw Psyduck whenever you are, but you gotta tell me when you're available. Because I'm quite excited to draw Psyduck, actually. Propaganda? That's not a date or a time. I just want to draw Psyduck and move on. Also, that art tablet is probably getting pretty dusty. No pressure, but a little bit of pressure. Whoops. I don't think that really mattered, but... Okay. I should make it a little more saturated, I think. Well, that looks too light, though. I feel like at some point instead of art, I'll just do Nikki. One of these days. I haven't been in like a really big playing Infinity Nikki mood lately, though. Like, it's cool, but like, none of the stuff's really speaking to me right now. At least not enough to spend my like pulls on. Where did I? Oh, that's why. I was like, that's way too bright. There we go. I've drawn enough brown eyes to know that was not the right color. Okay. So much for doing just the base colors first, but this always happens when I'm doing eyes. Like, rendering eyes is like my favorite part. Where's this? Let's put that here, and let's put it on top, actually. Come on. Sometimes it's weirdly hard to move layers around on Procreate. Actually, in this case, I think I'll merge these. It's an awful lot. I'm gonna make it a little bit darker on this side slash like towards the middle. But I do like when it like blends together. Looks pretty neat if I do say so myself. Is that too dark? I mean, I could, that might be too dark. Let's see. There we go, looks a little better. It feels like less layers than I've done in the past, but sometimes that's a good thing. And I like doing a shadow on the whites of the eyes, which I didn't use too long ago. It might be a little too dark. Low-key, maybe I'll keep it light. No, I'll lighten it a little bit. Or at least... we'll do that for now. I should do all the base colors first, but man, the urge to render it right now is so strong. Let me just do the skin. Everything else I'll do the base colors after that. She doesn't have any moles or anything, huh? I also realized that there definitely should be a shadow on her feet. Man, Pi Day would have been a great excuse to get pizza. Although we had pizza Hot Pockets, if that counts. Those are good. I can't tell if I've made her like too like reddish. Are you saying pizza is better than what we had for dinner? No, I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying it would be a good excuse for pizza. What you made was very yummy. And I promise I'm not just saying that. Hi, Cassie. You here to enjoy Alma too? Cassie's here to drink my water. No, I get it. It's all good. It was good, I swear. And if you don't believe me, then you're a loser. Just kidding. Hi, Cassie. Man, Cassie's all up in my face. Miss Kitty Cassie. Okay. What was I? Let's do her hair next. Her hair should be pretty straightforward. We'll start with this color, but it definitely feels too like yellowish. Oh, Cassie, come here. Hang on. You can't be on top of that. Okay, there we go. Sorry, she kicked the microphone. Okay. Anyways, hair. Let's lasso the heck out of this. Oh, maybe I should get her eyebrow in that too. Yeah, why not? Okay. Had to make sure this was still her hair. When you zoom way in, you just kind of get lost in it. A little bit lost in the sauce. Cool thing about thick line art is I can just hide this whole mess. Like if I turned off the line art layer, the colors would be atrocious. Okay, maybe do something like this. That's a good color. We got to get the rest of her braid. Actually, I should have just continued it this way, but whatever. Same difference. Did I miss this? I don't think so. I was gonna say who's stroking the mic. Your pussy is. Your pussycat Cassie. Playboy Cardi dropped. Crazy. Hi, Lee, also. Sorry, I was like very tunnel visioned here. But hello, Wheatley, welcome in. Let's see. I think, man, every time I switch the reference, I'm gonna realize I need the other one. But I think I'm pretty sure the hair tie thing was like the same color as the top. How's it going? I'm good. It was Pi Day today. I didn't actually do anything to celebrate, but Pi Day is always fun. I always enjoy Pi Day because back when I was in 6th grade, one of my friends did a project on Greece or something and had like a whole bunch of digits of pi printed out on like binder paper for a project. Not on binder paper, on printer paper. But sorry guys in the background. But yeah, ever since then I started, well, not ever since then, but starting from there, I started memorizing several digits of pi. So I think I got up to like 51 digits, and so now every time pi comes up, I'll just randomly recite pi for any poor soul who's around to hear it. My parents even got me a pi shirt, I think, on like the big 2015 Pi Day for 3.1415. We're like 10 years from that now. But yeah. I work with a bunch of engineers. Well, also being one of those engineers, but no one found it as exciting as I did. I brought it up in our check-in meeting and they were like, "Oh yeah, haha, that's pretty funny. I didn't even think about that." And then that was it. Yeah, how's your day going? I'm also just glad it's Friday, and I'm glad that I feel like my work left off on a pretty good note to go into the weekend. Like I'm pretty set for next week. I'm not like completely out of stuff to do, but I'm making good progress on the submittal that I need to, or that needs to go out on Thursday. And my supervisor told me I did a good job on it, so that's a good feeling. I was a freshman in high school in 2015. Damn you and Unk for real. Are you talking to me or are you talking to Chokokeki? Chokokeki. Choco. You know the dude. Man. You know what? If I'm Unk, you're more Unk. I always bring that up to Kai. He's only a little bit older than me, but I hold that over him and I always call him old. I call him Unk. What did I just do? I'm like on autopilot. I don't even know what I say autopilot, but I feel like I haven't done mouths like that in a very long time. Maybe I'll do you all old. Don't say that. I don't want to be old. My siblings always call me old, and two of them are at NYU, and when one of them got accepted, she went to like orientation or whatever, and then got me some NYU merch, and I jokingly was like, "Oh, get me an NYU grandma shirt," and I still have that. I wear it as a sleep shirt. Except the way the words are on the shirt, it looks like it says New York Grandma University, so we call it my Grandma University shirt. I feel like I should do a little bit for her teeth. Maybe I'll borrow this same color that I used on the eyes. And we'll just do a little bit of a teeny tiny thing. Maybe a little bit here too. I don't want to go overboard with it, but just a little sliver. Yeah, that's good. Should I do something on the tongue too then? Maybe I'll just a little thing. Yeah, that works. Sure. I'll just merge it. It's fine. I know there's kind of a design on her hat. I feel like if anything, maybe I'll just do a little bit of a texture kind of thing. I also feel like it's a little too saturated. I don't know. Maybe it'll look better when I shade it. Let's get her clothes sorted out too. It's looking good. Thank you. I'm trying my best. We're trying to cook. I'm cooking. I don't know if anyone's eating. I'm gonna go close the door really quick. Looks like it's knitted. Yeah, it looks pretty knitted. I might just do like a I do have a brush that I use for like sweater textures, but I'm not sure if that'll work super well here, so I might just like hand like draw / paint the texture. I don't know. We'll see. Give me 1 second. Yeah, for now let's just get all the base colors figured out and then we'll go from there. I think I'll do a separate layer for the jacket just so that I can make it look a little different from her shirt. Sometimes I get lazy and just put all the clothes on one layer, but I feel like I might regret that in this case. I also think I'll make this a little more yellowish than her undershirt. Somewhere there. I know you can barely see that, but I see it and I'm aware of it. I just realized her sweater also has little drawstrings, but I'll just go without them for now. And keep things on their own layers for now, but most likely before I shade it, I'll put like all the jacket colors together and all the, well, I guess it's mostly the jacket really, but we'll merge some things beforehand. This color, I'll start with like the bottom color, like the brighter, more vibrant part of her jacket. Okay. I didn't really give much thought to whether this part of her jacket, I think that'll be the darker color. Then I think this part. Pocket, the bottom part of her pocket is like that. Okay. Okay, it's cutting it close. I'm trying to remember which part is colored and which part is not, but I think right here is. There we go. And everything down there is that darker color. Got this little sliver here. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's do like a, let's somewhere in this range for the rest of this part at least. This is around like a shoulder pad thing. I'm still curious about what this like ring that she has on her arm is for. Very fashionable Alma. I came across a streamer earlier whose stream anniversary is today, and I'm like, wow, Pi Day is a great day to have a stream anniversary, because she was just drawing a whole bunch of pies for Pi Day. Thought that was pretty neat. Man, I kind of missed a lot of like line art cleanup. Let's see. This layer. There we go. Okay. No mistakes here. We don't make mistakes. We make lots of mistakes, actually. Ooh. It doesn't feel like March. Like, I'm aware that it's March, but every time I see the date and someone says it's March, part of me is just like, no, it's not. Oops. Man, I'm just in a pattern of clicking all the wrong things right now. Okay, there we go. And then got that brown part, and then that's kind of it. I mean, I guess I could have put another... No, that's fine. It's like a very sandy brown, like, I don't know, somewhere there. You could say time is marching on. Ah, ha ha ha! That was a good one. The steady march of time. Man. Like January and February, I feel like they didn't even happen. Like, what even happened? Well, I guess lots of things happened, but also like it feels like very little happened. A lot of plane stuff happening. There was that, what was it, American Airlines recently in... Where was it? Was it... I was reading about it this morning, but... Stop it, you, Vanilla Mochi. That's my job. I've been cooking up lots of puns for, we'll call it a secret project. But that'll come up later. I was just looking up all sorts of bad puns. I feel like in high school, puns were like very much like my thing, where I would just tell really bad jokes and like my friends would moan and groan. Wrong color. That color. There we go. Which was funny because one of my friends, like in my like closer friend group, I guess we all went off to college, and then judging by the comments from her college friends on Instagram, she kind of adopted the pun friend role. And so everyone was like, oh my gosh, you and your puns. And I was like, hold up. That was my thing. And you used to make fun of me for that. Things that make you go, Which is fine. I don't like own puns as a personality, but it was just kind of interesting. it's always like that kind of situation where, you know, someone makes fun of you for like liking something or whatever, and then years roll by and then suddenly they're into said thing. I feel like for me, that was Taylor Swift. Like my sisters used to make fun of me for liking Taylor Swift, and to be fair, it was kind of like her like it was like her Fearless era, right? So I was really into that, and the only CD I ever owned was Fearless. But my siblings would make fun of me for listening to Fearless so much, and they were the ones that went to see her in concert last year. Yeah, I'm like, who are the weird Swifties now? I'm not that into Taylor Swift now, ironically, but yeah. Like, I don't hate her, but I definitely am not super duper into her. I'm gonna just fill it on a separate layer. I'm not sure what color I want her pencil. Like, obviously some kind of brown, but I don't know, like... Actually, maybe that. It's, like, different enough from everything else. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Let's just merge. Oh wait, I forgot the top part of her pocket. Oh, and her button for her pocket is like a silvery color. Also, there's a little like nub thing on her arm here. I'm just gonna skip that though. I don't know what that is anyways. I guess the layers don't matter too much because I mostly separated it to kind of decide on colors, and I think I'm pretty set on these ones. Well, there's also the stitching, which I'm pretty sure. Oh. Ah. Okay, hold on. There we go. And then we can do this. Okay, and then the stitching be this color too. What the heck? What happened? That's the kind of not so great thing about the selection tool is if you accidentally undo stuff, it gets so hard to like undo the undo. There's too many gesture controls too, so like I'm constantly accidentally doing things that I don't mean to. But I also don't want to disable them because sometimes I do use them. But even like the like double finger undo, like you can turn it off, but it's still there when you're using the selection tool, so it doesn't really fully go away. Let's just merge these. I'll make a new layer for the button and that ring thing, which honestly will probably be pretty close to the freaking background color, but that's fine because the background color won't stay like that forever. And I'll keep it on its own layer because I want to make it kind of like shiny-ish, which involves kind of softer shading, and that's harder to do when there's like a bunch of things that you don't want to have that shading. Maybe I'll put her necklace on this too. Yeah, why not? I think it's kind of tealish. It's also just very pixelated on this, but it's okay. Yeah, anything metally I'll make one color. pants are just dark. I'll take the darkest thing I have here and just make it darker. What is this? Oh, it's her shirt, I remember. Man, from here her feet look very orange. I'm wondering if I should change that. Although I guess in the picture too, it comes off as very orange. Maybe it'll fix itself when it won't look so bad when I put the shoes on, like the actual shoes. Oh, I did miss part of her jacket. Oh, and her glove thing. Anyways, one thing at a time. Sleeve. And then let's just use this color for that like wrist strap part too. Although, yeah, what the heck? Why not? Okay. Oh yeah, she's looking colored all right. And her shoes are slightly lighter than her pants. Is it? It's like this, but more muted, I think. So kind of this direction. Let's do its own layer, because I have a feeling I'll adjust this a bit. Let's go with that, and then I'll just clear this. Okay, there is a button. It's kind of like darker, if anything. So, in the meantime, let's take care of this first. Hit the base of the shoe, and I think the button, I'll just throw it on the same layer. We don't need to worry about that. How's this? Yeah, it's like a little coffee bean. Oh yeah, and then get rid of this shoe window of hers. I feel like I was gonna say something. You know what? This is also, I don't know why I chose this color for this. Because that is not the correct color. Here, I'll start with this color. Maybe I'll make it. Actually, that might be this. Something more like that. I miss Taco Bell chicken nuggets. Ooh, yeah. That was a very limited time thing, wasn't it? Or maybe it went longer than I thought, and I just, because we only had it like once, but I enjoyed those. Yeah, yeah, that's what it was. It was New Year's. Kai and I rang in the new year with Taco Bell chicken nuggets. He was like, "Oh, we should like kiss at midnight, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I almost forgot because we cheersed the Taco Bell chicken nuggets, and I was about to just eat it before, and then I was like, "Oh wait, I forgot. We're trying to be cute or something." Things that happen when I try to be romantic. Chicken nuggets come first. They should do those again. Maybe they'll realize they were pretty bomb. They'll bring it back. Ah, that's been going faster than I thought. Okay. Notebook time. Everything's just brown. I'm starting with the same shade of brown and just adjusting it. You know what? I'll make this whole thing brown and then we'll fill it in as we go. Are they gone? I thought so. Weren't they a limited menu item? I could be wrong. I honestly have not looked at the Taco Bell menu since then, personally. I mean, probably have, but not like actively looking for the chicken nuggets. Brick man, I'm gonna take that as they are gone. Yeah, which makes sense because I don't think Taco Bell wants to be known for their nuggets. But Frick man is right. Okay, what else? Let's put the button and the string on a different layer, and then we can start adding some like texture-y stuff to the paper, because I think that will help. You know, I like that as a string color, less so for the button color. Let's do it like this. Ooh, yeah. I like that. But they were so good. Why? Why would you slap a hoe? Oh, for the nuggets, I understand. Sorry, I was confused. I was not putting that together. I'm sure they'll be back. I feel like they were too good. They were too good to not bring back. We're just gonna put a whole bunch of squares, kind of like oops. When you go on like those field trips where you learn about like, I don't know, colonialism or whatever, and then they just randomly are like, hey, let's teach you how to make paper from like scratch or whatever. My hands are cold. My hands are cold. That's why I'm typing like vanilla. Yeah, that's fair. Vanilla do be typing like that. It's okay. It makes it fun. It's like a word scrambling game. You say your hands are cold, so you can't type, but like, aren't you gaming right now? I hope your teammates are doing okay. I'm about to rage typing because my neighbor's letting his dog go ballistic for like 10 minutes. Bark at him. Ma'am, I'm naked. Put some clothes on if you're cold. Pics to prove it. Send some proof. Oh no. My channel is becoming an OnlyFans hub. I'll send the video from her. Oh my gosh. You said you weren't going to. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not in the, well, I guess I'm in the background of the video, but I'm not involved in that. Too much going on here. Let's just keep going and then see. Hold up. try something. I'll duplicate it just in case I don't like this. Let's see, what can we work with here? Is it like 5? And then the crystals. I don't use this effect very much, but I feel like it'll make a good, like, yeah, scraggly, like, thing. Distortion. I'm not super familiar with what these settings actually do, but yeah, it's looking pretty papery. Maybe if I go like this. Ooh. Yeah, that's looking like scrap paper. Okay, okay. We're cooking. Okay, maybe, okay, this is looking like fun scissors instead. Let's make this a little less even. A little more randomness here. Okay, we should. I'll get rid of that because I do like how this turned out. She's got some like reddish pages, something like this. Do you think she has like samples of monsters just like literally shoved into this notebook? Like how detailed do you think this notebook is? Do you think she's just writing in it, or do you think she like will like take scales and stuff and just tape it to the pages like a scrapbook? Can you imagine that? Like when you say like living Pokédex, that would literally be this. She just takes little dragon parts, monster parts, like dried pressed flowers. Yeah. Except it's like monster tongues and stuff. Giving Christmas vibes. What I could do is just I don't know, it feels not quite right. Maybe this is just like too. Oh, that's too bright. That doesn't look real. That motherfucker is not real. My cousins used to like show me how to like press flowers and stuff. We would be at my grandpa's house after school, and they would take books, and like all the flowers that we would collect on our way home from school, we would stick them in the books, and they'd be like, "This is how you make them live forever." But in my head, I was like, "Isn't that kind of torture? Like we're making sure that these flowers don't die, but now they're stuck living the rest of their infinite lives as a bookmark." I didn't really fully understand the concept, and I feel like it was just explained to me very poorly. But that was something that had me stressing for years. I was like, we just have flowers captive on our bookshelf. Who's that? Ethan. Welcome. Thank you for following. I'm gonna guess you go by Ethan, but correct me if I'm wrong. How are you? Thank you for following. We're just drawing Alma right now because I quite enjoy Alma. Which, funny enough, I've been spending so much time on this that I haven't actually played in the last few days. But here we are. But yeah, hello. How's your day going? How's your Friday? Yes, please call me Ethan. Yep. Sounds good. Will do. Yeah, how's your Friday going? If it is Friday. I guess we're kind of on the later end of the time zone where I am, or time zones. But either way, hope your day is going well. Happy Pi Day if it is still Pi Day for you. It's Saturday right now. Ooh, happy belated Pi Day then. Wow. Very cool, very cool. Well, hope your Saturday is going well. Is it morning then? Morning time for you? Yeah, it's like 8:30 over here, 8:30 p.m. on Friday, so I'm kind of just winding down after work and stuff. Day's a bit of a struggle, but it's alright. Yeah, morning. Any fun plans for today? Saturdays are nice. I'm hanging out with friends this weekend, but yeah, it's kind of all I've got planned. What is this? Oh, that's her pencil. 11 a.m. here. Ooh, almost lunchtime. Let's see. Pretty sure her backpack was mostly like brownish green, but I don't want to like swap the reference right now. So we will guess. I guess I'm gonna be learning how to write with my left hand today. Oh, that sounds interesting. Is your right hand injured or is it just for fun? My cousin is always injuring herself, and so there were a few times where her right hand, so she's right-handed, and she injured her right arm, so she taught herself to like write and like use chopsticks and stuff with her left hand. That's kind of fun. Yeah. Yeah, my cousin's like accidentally ambidextrous because of all her arm injuries. But it's a cool party trick. She can just randomly be like, hey, watch this. She'll eat with two hands at once. It's kind of funny. Maybe it's injured, but I completely lost confidence in its durability, so I'm learning how to use my left hand so that I'm not useless if something else happens to it. Oh, that's pretty smart. 3 injuries in 2 months. Oh my gosh. Do you do like sports or something, or was it just like cause like it just kind of happened? I'm sorry to hear that though. But yeah, I guess that's smart to have a backup plan in case something happens. Yeah, I've never had like, I guess injuries, but like towards the beginning of last year, I had like pretty much tendonitis in my wrist. But I'm pretty sure it was because I was playing too many rhythm games on my phone. So let's see. I used to do sports, but it's not related. I hurt my wrist pretty badly last year, and I think it never got to heal properly because I kept getting injured more and more frequently. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, that same cousin that I was talking about, she's recovering from a pretty bad leg injury where like she literally couldn't move her leg at all for months. And so she was off of crutches for a while, but then recently went back to like using like a cane. I also hope it gets better. 2 days ago, my hand went numb while grilling meat for the entire night, so I started learning how to use my left hand yesterday. Ooh, well, I hope it goes well. That'll be a cool skill to have too. Just Even if you don't injure your right hand, have options. Like if your right hand gets tired, then you can just switch over. Crutches are so annoying to use. Luckily, I've never like had to use crutches. There was a point where one of my friends in high school had crutches, so sometimes we would kind of like, she kind of let us try to use them and stuff, but I've never like hurt myself in a way that put me on crutches. I'll be coming out of this more competent anyways. Yeah, that's true, that's true. So I'm not too beat over it. Yeah, I think that's a good thing. Like, there's no harm in it. Are you doing anything specific to like practice? Or just kind of gonna try to go through the day with your left hand to see? Yeah, sometimes I'm like, I should do it just for fun. But I'm already kind of clumsy as it is. Maybe one of these days I'll do a left-handed art stream. That would be fun. I swapped my mouse and keyboard around so that I'm using my mouse with my left hand. Oh, that's interesting. I feel like mouse and keyboard's so weird though, because you kind of use both hands regardless, right? Although I guess if you like more of the stuff is happening with like whatever your mouse is doing. I'll be hopping on a video call with an artist friend of mine later so I can learn how to properly hold a pen without risking injury. Ooh, that sounds interesting. I definitely feel like I don't hold my pencil properly. Like, I think most people hold their pencil resting on their middle finger, but for some reason I just kind of grew up with it on my ring finger. I'm planning to write each letter of the alphabet until I'm comfortable. Oh yeah, that's a good exercise. That's a good exercise even just for improving handwriting, I feel like. Like sometimes I have moments where I'm like, I should just keep writing, especially nowadays, because like everything we do is on computers, so like we do so much more typing than writing that I'm kind of like, I should just now and then do some like writing exercises just so I can practice my handwriting. I don't think it's too bad, but like it also depends. Like if I'm really focused, I can get my handwriting to look pretty good, but if I'm kind of rushing, then it starts to bleed into the illegible territory. Yeah, people don't believe me when I say that in, oh, is it second grade? It might have been first or second grade. I was one of like 3 people in my class who had to use special lined paper because my handwriting was so atrocious. I use my left hand often in day-to-day life, so it's not that big of a jump. It's only the fine motor skills and muscle memories that I'm missing on my left hand. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I was noticing that too when I was having my like wrist problems. It wasn't like too bad, but it was definitely like it made me aware of how much I use like each of my hands. Oh, another bot. Yeah, my dad's left-handed too. Actually, Kai. So fun fact: Kai, who was in chat earlier, is my fiance, but he's also left-handed, as is his sister, and my dad's also left-handed, which is funny because my dad's left-handed, but like none of his kids are, but his siblings who are all right-handed, or both right-handed, each of them has at least one right hand or one left-handed kid. So it's kind of interesting how that worked out. Not sure what my plan is for shading this, but we're just gonna kind of wing it. There's some really harsh shadows on the reference. I don't know if I'll do it quite like that, but maybe. Fine motor skills and dexterity, I meant. Yeah. I've only been on my left for a day. Cool. When Psyduck drawing, sir? Yeah, I do want to draw Psyduck with vanilla mochi. I don't think he's ever gonna answer though. Every time I ask him, the subject changes. Okay. I think, yeah, okay. I kind of just dove right into shading that without thinking much of it, but I'm pretty sure we're at a good place for that anyways, so. I've noticed that lefties are generally ignored with internet stuff, it feels like. Yeah, so many quality of life problems with easy solutions are just not there. I feel bad for the lefties out there. I agree. Like, not even just on the internet, but like even in person. Like, when I was in school, I feel like all the lefties would have trouble like finding desks and stuff. Because, like universities, I feel like always have those specific desks where like they have an arm on it, but then it's like only a few of those are really made for like left-handed people. I did have one class though where for some reason I feel like all the left-handed desks in the school were just put into that classroom because it was actually the opposite problem where people would come in and like most of the desks in that classroom were left-handed desks, so we were all like fighting for the right-handed desks. Oh god, I'd have a breakdown if I had to use that right now. Yeah. Oh yeah, with your left hand. It's like it's so specifically designed for right-handed people that I'm like, I don't know. Like I get why there's more right-handed stuff, but like it just makes it so much difficult. Like we should just make a ambidextrous one, or like I think I've seen recently they have desks where you can like swap the arm, like you swing it around so you can have it on the left side or the right side. But yeah, doors too. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. It's a tough world for lefties. I'm about to spend way too much time trying to do this. Like shading shiny stuff is really fun, but also like so easy to get carried away. Especially in my apartment, it's so awkward to use my left hand to open and close doors. You know, I might try that just for fun, just to experience it. Lefty for a day. I have to like hug the door while opening it with my left and give it a little kiss. Just kind of awkwardly like shimmy into it. Man, kissing the door. We barely know each other. Although I guess if it's the door to your apartment, then you practically live with it already. So like okay, that's a good start for that. I'll probably come back to it, but I'm worried about dwelling too long on that. Also, I definitely think I made it too like golden shiny. Like it looks kind of, I feel like it should look a little like dirtier, if that makes sense. Such a humbling experience trying to live left-handed. So many things I just never thought about. Yeah, no matter how simple or obvious they may seem now, yeah, I feel that. Like until I started dating my fiance, like I didn't really think much about it, but then I'm like things like scissors and like I don't know, gaming controllers and all sorts of stuff. It's like, man, everything is so like directional. I'm gonna address this. I'll come back to it, which I said earlier, but for real. Scissors, yeah. I tried using scissors once. How'd that go? You would think scissors would be something that's easy enough to like make like easy to use in both directions, but I don't know. Never again with my left hand. I'll stick to a knife. Yeah, that's fair. My fiance just keeps his pocket knife on him all the time now. Not all the time, but like that's kind of easier in most cases. Oh, it's the backpack. Let's do her jacket first. How does this look? Sure. At first I thought it was just my dexterity wasn't good enough to use scissors, which definitely played a part, but as I kept trying, I could not find a comfortable position and realized that the problem was in the product. Yeah. Yeah, because they have like the smaller like hole for your thumb, but like you wouldn't think that it would matter, but then like, yeah, like there's that and then the way the like scissor like blades are. Yeah, it's like mental gymnastics. Could be both. Sometimes even using scissors regularly for me, I'm like, I can't wrap my head around like how to angle it well so it's comfortable. Depends on what you're cutting though. But like if you're doing like paper crafts and have to like cut it in a weird specific way. I tried gripping the outside of the handle and it was just painful. Digging into my palm. Ooh, yeah. That does not sound fun. Yeah, I feel like that has to exist, like I think it does, like ambidextrous scissors, but I don't know. You know, I think I'll. Yeah, maybe I'll merge this into the other clothing layer. Just to save myself a layer. And maybe some time. There are racist kitchen knives too. Racist? Don't you mean like leftist? Wait, no. That's not the right word. Hand no, dexterous is like not the opposite, but it's different. Power tools are the worst. Ooh, that makes sense, yeah. Growing up, I always had somewhat of a weird mannerism when eating with a knife and fork. How so? I feel like people are always debating whether you put the knife in your dominant hand or the fork in your dominant hand. Like, I like putting the fork in my dominant hand. I don't know. Maybe because I prioritize the getting the food into my mouth more than the cutting of it. I always prefer holding the fork in my right hand and the knife in the left despite being right-handed. Yeah, same. I never thought much about it, but now that I'm kind of forced to use my left, I'm kind of glad that I never corrected the mannerism. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like people are always so like torn between the two. But yeah, I do the same thing. I'm right-handed and I do the fork in my right. But I think was it my dad? I don't know. Someone in my family was talking about it and they were like, "Oh, I feel like it makes more sense to put the knife in your dominant hand." There's this rule that I saw once that's like, oh, pick like a ratio for your shadows to like not shadowed part and just kind of think of it like that. Like Like just think of everything in ratio. So like for example, like for any given shape, like shade in like a third of it or something like that. So like just kind of guesstimate like a third of the shape, which has helped me because I feel like I have a tendency to like overcomplicate shadows if I don't think of it that way. I think I know why I did it, but it just makes me even more confused on why that's not the standard here. Yeah. It's one of those like to each their own things, but like it makes you wonder like why there's like a right, like a technically quote unquote right way to do that. Like I don't know, I feel like if it works, it works. Not sure if I like that, but maybe if I go like more like this. I think I prefer holding the fork in my right hand because I'm used to the motion of bringing food to my mouth with my. Yeah, same. Because of chopsticks and that. Yeah, I think same. That makes sense. That's how I think of it too. I'm like, I feel like I'm more concerned about like the hand I use to put the food in my mouth. So like the cutting thing is like kind of secondary. Because like if you think about it, cutting is just a like back and forth motion. Like it's not super complicated anyways. I forgot that this layer also has all the rest of this, so I can just keep going with this. Just get the big picture shadows first and then come back for the little things. More so than the knife. So in that context it makes sense, more so than the knife and cutting. Yeah, exactly. Very simple motion, I agree. Some of my youngest cousins are starting to learn to use chopsticks. They're getting, they have like those training chopsticks that they bring to like dim sum and stuff. It's really cute. I'm honestly having a lot more fun than I expected doing this. I'm learning so much, not just physically, but about myself as well. That's good. It's always good to like do things that like kind of open your eyes about yourself. I feel like you're also never too old for that kind of stuff. Like no matter how old you get, there's always more stuff to like realize about yourself. Maybe I'll do something like I'll leave that alone for now. Not many things feel as liberating and comforting as learning new things about yourself. Yeah. I haven't felt this connected with myself in a long time. That's good then. That means what you're doing something right. It's always cool to try new things and then have some self-discovery along the way. My hand injury might be a blessing in disguise. True, yeah. It's one of those like butterfly effect things, right? Like one thing happens that leads to another that leads to another. You never know where it'll take you. Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah. I'm even considering going full left-handed if I get comfortable enough with it really quick. You would be so powerful. You'd have like you'd be able to do things twice as fast because you have two hands for it. My cousin, she'll pull out two pairs of chopsticks and just be shoveling food into her mouth, eating twice as fast. Which also means twice as fast of a stomach ache for her, but objectively, my left hand is just superior to my right. Yeah, if it can overcome being like the non-dominant hand and then just and then like overcoming all of that, you could call that superior. Way more naturally flexible, more stable, less shaky, and my right hand tendon slippage issues. My right. Yeah, I see. Learning something new. I saw this post a while ago that was like, do people born with one hand ever like realize that they might have been like meant to be dominant in the hand that they're missing? Like say they're missing their right hand, but they were meant to be right-handed. And I was surprised at the number of people who were like, yeah, I definitely feel like it always feels like I'm doing things wrong with my left hand. Like I should be doing it with a hand that I don't have. I'm like, oh, like that's such an interesting like idea or like concept, phenomenon. I don't know, whatever you would call that. That's all I've been thinking about. Yeah, like imagine you were just meant to be right-handed and you just weren't given the right hand. To quote my early calculus teacher, things that make you go, Just simply because I feel like the only reason why my left hand is falling behind is because I wasn't taught to use it with writing and stuff. Yeah, I feel like especially if you grow up in a culture that kind of like tells you like, oh, don't use your left hand. Like there's so many people who like were forced to use their right hand because of like superstitions and stuff, and then so they never learned to write with like what should have been their dominant hand, because that was like almost my dad, because my grandparents did not like the fact that he was left-handed, and so their teacher had to like talk to them separately and be like, hey, like he's left-handed, you need to let him write with his left hand. Took him a while to accept that, but eventually I think they came around. But because of that, he came out a little more ambidextrous because he was like kind of being forced to try to use his right hand. Man, I spent all that time shading this part only to decide I didn't like it. But it's okay, it happens. Not sure if I mentioned this already, but I can type perfectly comfortable on my phone with my left hand only, and I never really forced or trained myself to do it. It's just a skill I've always had. That's cool. I feel like I do that sometimes, like if I'm like on my way home from work, like on the train or something, and I like one hand is occupied, or like I'm like holding a water bottle or something. Like sometimes I'll try with my left hand. I'm definitely slower, but it's doable. Yeah. Maybe I will do a left-handed art stream one of these days. Just an idea. Let's just make all of this shaded. It would be fun. Yeah. I'll get some other people in on it too. We can side by side do some art and just chit chat and struggle together. I don't actually know how to properly set up like collab art streams, but one of these days I'll figure it out. I've only been streaming for like a week, so there's time to ride this learning curve. You can always ask your fiance for advice and input as well. That's true, yeah. I'm struggling so much to find a left-handed person to ask questions to. I'm sure there's like forums and stuff online. Like, let's see. Yeah, just like put out a social media call for like, hey, any lefties want to hang out? Give me some advice on your lifestyle. Take it easy for sure. Yeah. That's probably a good start for this. We'll do a little bit of some highlighting action. I can do that, you're right. Yeah. You could set it up like an audition. Auditions for the role of my left-handed trainer. Might start recommending some of my friends to give this a shot as well. Yeah, it would be a fun like collaborative thing, like left-handed challenge. You can send like updates to each other on all the left-handed things you've done. Today I made breakfast left-handed. Today I wrote an essay left-handed. I've never been interested in learning how to draw, but all of a sudden I really want to learn to draw with my left hand and left hand only. That would be so cool. Like you're completely right-handed, but you just become like a really like goated artist, but only on your non-dominant hand. Which hand do you write with? Oh, I write with my right, but I draw with my left. That's quite a conversation starter. I almost want to put the shoes on this layer too, just because it's similar color anyways. Why not? Would genuinely be hilarious. Now I want to learn even more. Yeah, you should. Keep me updated if you do. That sounds like a very interesting challenge. keep Alma's feet simple because, yeah. Feet. All right. This is a little funky. Maybe I'll cut this a little closer. Do I want to highlight that? Let's just see how this looks if I do. Maybe if anything. I'm friends and have so many artists around me. See, lots of people you can go to. I feel like I'm just wasting so many opportunities to learn by not learning how to draw. Opportunities to learn from them. I mean, it's okay. If you're interested in it, go for it, and if not, that's okay too. Yeah. Just out of curiosity, do you stream as well? I noticed the CH in your name. I assume that stands for channel, but I could be wrong in assuming that. Let's merge these two. Oh, I am interested, all right. In streaming or are we still talking about art? Oh, that's too dark. Let me bring this down. It doesn't stand for channel? Oh, okay. I know some people like have the CH for channel, so I wasn't sure if that's what it was for. In art. Okay, yeah. Yeah. It's never too late to get into it. I mean, for how much I draw, I feel like I definitely am not like the best, but it's definitely fun. Like it's kind of therapeutic. Good vibes. You can kind of just chill, and if you don't like it, you don't have to show anyone. Or even if you don't like it, like what you make, you can still show people. Kind of unintentionally made this kind of crease thing going on, but I don't really hate it, so yeah, it looks pretty alright. We'll probably let's keep it darker for now and we can lighten it after, but I'm struggling to see. Not a streamer, should probably change it though. I mean, you don't have to. I was just curious. It's a conversation starter, if anything. Not sure how high to bring this shadow up. Maybe like that's fine. Then on this leg. feel like I should like properly study like anatomy and stuff. Cause so far all my everything I do regarding art is just entirely like eyeballing it. It is, but I don't want to accidentally send the wrong message or create situations that can be misunderstood. That's fair too, yeah. It's a good conversation starter though, that's why I haven't changed it yet. Yeah. I still identify with that name, so I still like to carry it as part of who I to carry a part of it with me if I can. Yeah, I don't think you should let anything stop you from that, cuz I think it is cool, and if you identify with it and like I don't know, there's no reason not to. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about the shape of that shadow, but maybe I'll just pull it out a little bit. There you go. Okay, it's coming along. Man, I usually do the clothes, like the shading on the clothes towards the end. And I just now realized I haven't touched like her hair or anything yet. Which is fine, like I'm still gonna come around to it, but wow, look at that. She's coming along. Oh, that's her shirt. I forgot about that. Maybe. Alright. Don't need to go crazy on that. So got the backpack. And where's these guys? Let's do the backpack first. It's really dark. I like the multiply layer because I can kind of shade over multiple like different colors and it's still kind of like it looks different. It's not the same as like if you just kind of went over it with one dark color on a normal layer. Kind of just translate it to a shadowy color for you so you don't have to worry about it. Some might call that cheating. I call it using your resources. I'm always so surprised at people who get mad at like people for using blend modes. I'm like, that's what they're there for. I guess that's the difference between like quote digital art versus digital painting, which I didn't realize people cared so much about the distinction, but it kind of just depends on which traditional skills you apply, I think. almost feel like I should just shade most of it. People get mad about that. Yeah, I mean, like I don't see it that often, but I have seen now and then. Like, I think mostly on like when I see like people posting like process videos or like here's how I do this, and then arguments start in the comments about, oh, that's not the best way to do this, like this is. And I'm like, that's where I think recently people have been more careful about saying like, oh, this is how I color or how I shade my art, because then like people, I don't know, it's this very small, like select few people, but there is like a small group of people who I would say are very like elitist about art processes, like the way you do it, like, oh, this doesn't follow the correct whatever theory. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm just here to draw for fun. Like I'm not gonna overthink all the nitpicky like every little step of the way. If they enjoy making life harder than it needs to be, then they can go ahead. Exactly, yeah. I'm like, you can like go through the process of hand selecting every single color and making sure it matches up on the color wheel or whatever, but I've got tools for that, and I'm just kind of here to make things. Like I don't like making things harder than it needs to be for myself. Yeah. Like if you want to, there's nothing wrong with that, but don't get mad at other people for, you know, having a different method of doing things. That's why I hesitate to like be like, oh, here's my step-by-step how I draw things. Also cuz like I never do things in order. Like I started coloring this, and then I started shading it, and then I did the base colors for literally everything else, and now I'm just going back and shading it all. So there's no right way to do this. There are probably more efficient ways to do things, but maybe that's me making things harder for myself. Nah, I'm just whatever feels right. That's what I go by. This seems to look decent. Works for me. Yeah, that's what I meant to at least. Yeah. You get me. You get what I'm putting down. Almost forgot this little button too. If it's working fine and you don't feel the need to change it, then it's fine. No need to overcomplicate things. Yeah, exactly. Don't fix what ain't broken, as I like to say. I'm making a million extra layers, but I'll merge these all after, I swear. Alright. Good enough for that. What is this? What is that? Big rope thing connecting. I thought I drew that differently, but whatever. Doesn't need to be 1000% accurate. Lunchtime is approaching, so I'll have to go cook lunch for the family now. Thank you for the fun chat. Thank you for stopping by. I'll keep you updated on my progress. Yes, please do. I am very curious to see how the left-handedness and the art and all that go. So have a good rest of your day. Enjoy lunch. Thank you for stopping by. That was a very fun chat. Definitely put that on the wrong side, but oh, that's why I'm on the wrong layer. For a second, I was like, wait, is Alma left-handed? But those other references that I had definitely had her stuff in the right hand. Oh, look who's back. Yeah. You wanna ask him again? you wanna ask him when we're drawing Psyduck? Hi, back. I'm Sammy. Ha 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 ha. She was right-handed, right? Now I'm second guessing. Hold on, let me look this up. I don't know where I found that other picture. I know I have it saved on my camera roll, actually. Let me really quickly take a peek, see. Okay, yeah, she's definitely writing with her right hand. When you drawing Psyduck, stop avoiding the question, sir. I'm not annoying the question. He's only annoying the people asking the question. You're about to make Psyduck crash out. If you don't want to, that's okay too. I'll draw Psyduck all by myself. Kai said he's interested in it, so. Not digging that color. But maybe it's just too much, if that makes sense. You know what I thought I would do before affiliate was rig that model of mine. I guess there's still time. Maybe you'll try to finish that this weekend. Or at least prepare to do that. Should that be the next thing we do? Next project we take on stream is rigging Sammy Do. Kai very loud. On Discord or on here? Like, can you hear him from here? Because I was worried about that earlier and I closed the door, but I'm not sure. Yeah, he sounds very excited right now. We're like 2 hours in. Maybe I'll switch the background music to something else. Let's try this one. Yeah. I can hear him in the background. Kai, be quiet. Or at least quieter. Oh my gosh. Can't hear shit. LOL. Let's see. You know what I want? I know we have our palicos in Monster Hunter and our secrets, but imagine having a pet like baby secret. Like just a little pet bird. Like not to like go hunting monsters with, but just like at home in like a tent or something. You just have a little baby to feed. What do you think the birds eat? Like, do we have to feed them, or do they just eat by themselves while we're like fighting things? Are they self-sufficient? Like when we get the secrets in the game, you don't really get care instructions. Like how often do we feed them? Do they need baths? Is there like a sacred vet that we should take them to every now and then? I don't know. Instructions unclear. I want a pet Psyduck. Fair. One day, I once worked with the guy who was like, one day Pokemon will become real. I know it. And I just hope I'm alive when it happens. That would be crazy. Like, which Pokemon would be the first one that someone would think to create? And what would classify it as a Pokemon versus like a regular like animal? I am not digging how I did this. Maybe that wasn't too bad actually. Well, I'll smooth this out, and then we're not gonna do anything else because I am overthinking it. It's the one thing I'm good at, is overthinking. Here, we'll offset it by doing this. I'm doing a little bit of softer shading. There we go. Works for me. It's the pencil. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too concerned about that. Maybe I'll just do like a little bit of something, but nothing too crazy. We should get pets in Infinity, Nikki. And I'm not counting Momo as a pet. He's a little too talkative. I know there's been lots of rumors about a housing system, but man, if I hear Momo bring up the fact that we've been running around all night again, I'm like, yes, Momo, we've been running around all night because we don't have a house to go to. Is this? Yeah. Put a little more or something here. Cassie's still here. She's been snoozing behind me. I'm not sure if she's gotten her dinner yet, so give me 1 second. I'm gonna feed the cat, or check to see if the cat has been fed. Oop. Hold up. I'm just gonna put this on top. B R B. Feeding the cat. back. Woohoo, back to Alma. Alright, where did I leave off? Got a lot of this. Really just her hair and her bandana, I guess. And then we've got like all this other stuff, which I don't know. We'll try to do that too. Let's just keep it going on a bit of a roll here. That whole thing can just be dark. I almost feel like that's still not dark enough because her hair is decently dark. It's definitely not like black, but it's pretty dark. Maybe in that territory, yeah. Alma cute. I agree. That's why I'm drawing her. I feel like I should draw Gemma too, but I feel like I won't do her justice. But I think it would be fun to try. But that might be like a much later thing because I feel like there's other things that I would like to do in the next like few, like, I don't know, I want to try a few other kinds of projects if that makes sense. But it would be fun. But I love Alma, cute nerd girl. Alma could do no wrong. Look at that. Oh, that was not quite.
City boys!
Oh my god, what? You're hungry? Why didn't you bring that up when I went out there? You had to wait till I got back into the swing of things. Oh my gosh, why are you...
What's up?
We can. I
No,
can end stream right now.
Heck no.
I can end stream right now if you're gonna be so dramatic.
Actually, wait, I gave you an ultimatum.
You did give me an ultimatum. Being dramatic. You're gonna what? Okay, yeah. What do you want to snack on? What?
I'm gonna give out Vanilla Mochi's address right now.
Oh my gosh. So dramatic. Were you playing Monster Hunter or?
Yeah.
How'd that go? It did sound like it was going poorly, but I wasn't gonna say anything. Okay, let's... I always feel like there's like 100 different ways to freaking do this.
Hair?
Can I help you?
I'm sorry.
Oh my
sorry.
gosh. You just showed up right next to me.
They call me the teleporter.
The teleporter? I don't know, some people call you dog or foot lover. What does that have to do with teleporting?
I have a fig.
A fig?
A fig. A dried fig. They kind of look like. What do they look like? Describe it for chat.
You can describe it.
Testicles.
Okay. How's your fig?
Leathery.
Hmm.
Like testicles.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye. I love figs. I can tell. You seem like you really love figs. The texture of the seeds. Yeah. I don't know. I don't hate them. I think before the fig I had yesterday, it had been a while since I'd had anything like figgy. But I see where it is enjoyable. I always think of fig Newtons when I think of figs, I feel like. Which I think the only time I specifically remember having a fig Newton was one time in Disney World where like it suddenly started like raining really hard and I was with a couple cousins and we were with like a dozen people who took shelter in a bathroom randomly and they had fig Newtons in their my cousin had fig Newtons in her purse, so we just kind of snacked on that until the rain died down. Yeah, Florida weather kind of crazy. This was like years ago though. Do I want to put like another thing here maybe? Maybe, but I think I want to curve it more. So like more like pew pew da da like that. Yeah, because it is like a braid, so I guess it makes sense to have a little bit more directional like stuff. Maybe something here. I don't know if I'm gonna like this one, but we'll try. Like that. Sure. Yeah, I like that. I like it. Oh, you know what else I was gonna do? A magical little yeah. Subtle difference, but I kind of feel like it unifies it a little bit. I'm gonna do one more layer like this. I'm allergic to figs, hubbub. Oh, are you? Wait, so figs, cashews, and pistachios then. Dang, you got a whole collection of allergies. That's like one of our friends also is allergic to cashews and pistachios, and he's also allergic to cats, which we had kind of forgotten about when we got our cat. So we adopted Cassie, and then realized we couldn't have him over for the Super Bowl because he's like deathly allergic to cats. We were like, dang. Um, but yeah. Also, hello, Eggy. Hello, Eggy. I should say. Yeah, like all Middle Eastern desserts are off limits. True. Yeah. Yeah. Even like there's like this Mediterranean like bowl place near where I live, and it's like really tasty. But I will admit, it does make my mouth a little bit tingly. But I'm like, it's kind of like a guilty pleasure. I feel like I know I probably shouldn't, but I haven't died from it yet. So like, whatever it is, I feel like it's not like exactly like cashewy, but like something close enough. Extra seasoning, yeah. Yeah, I sometimes joke with Kai, like, I'm like, man, I love cashews. I love that tingly feeling it puts in my mouth. And he does not really appreciate that joke. um, I make that joke less now after that ER visit we had last year. But I still think it's kind of hee hee ha ha. Just a little tingle, little flavor. How you doing, Eggy? Yeah, yeah, I've never almost died from cashews until very recently. And then I don't even know if I would say I almost died, but I was in the ER for like half a day. Uh because I was like, "Oh, I actually can't really breathe." Cuz normally I'll have an allergic reaction and then I'll take some Benadryl and it'll like die down. But this time, or I guess that time, I had like eaten something from Trader Joe's that I didn't realize had cashews in it, which was my fault for not checking the ingredients. And I got like the mouth tingles, right? So I was like, "Oh, let me take some Benadryl." And Kai's like freaking out because he's never really witnessed a full blown allergic reaction from me before. Um, but I'm like, "Oh, it's fine. I just took some Benadryl." He's like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna get dressed in case I have to take you to the emergency room." And sure enough, a few minutes later, I'm like, the Benadryl hasn't really kicked in, and I feel like I'm starting to have trouble breathing. Kai's fault? No, it wasn't Kai's fault actually. Like I was definitely downplaying it a lot too because like I said, I've never been sent to the ER um for an allergic reaction, but there's a first for everything. So this time I was having trouble breathing and he was like, "Okay, I'm going to look up a nearby emergency room." And then I pretty much spent the rest of the work day there. It was like lunchtime, right? Cuz I was working from home, and so yeah, I was gonna enjoy my lunch and then just get back to work, but then I ended up just hanging out in the ER because they were like, "Oh, you're like fine now, but we need to monitor you." So, yeah. Which also sucked because I was sitting there and I was like, man, I didn't get to eat my lunch, so now I'm really hungry. It's definitely spooky for folks who don't have allergies to watch. For us, we just tank it 90% of the time. So I feel like, yeah, like, I feel like you can kind of tell when it's gonna be a bad reaction, or like you know the feeling. Like there's a difference between like regular like a casual like itch versus like an allergic reaction itchy. Don't take it. It's so freaky. I don't trust it. Trust the process. No, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't stress you out so much. Oh yeah, I saw you were playing Monster Hunter earlier. We were working from home, right? And we're technically like mid work day. And Kai sometimes has very quiet days at work, so he'll just be like playing Monster Hunter during the work day. And I like came out to see if he wanted to grab lunch. And I peek over and I saw he was playing Monster Hunter with you. I was like, wow, I see your work day is really productive. I don't oh, me too, girl. When there's downtime in work, I'm on Monster Hunter. Yeah, that's fair. My only problem is my work laptop currently, the screen doesn't quite work, so I have to use an external monitor. And the reason it doesn't work is because my kitty cat bit the corner of it, so now it doesn't actually display properly. So my only monitor at my desk has to be actually connected to my work laptop. Otherwise, I would be doing the same thing. I should get it replaced, but the thing is, I literally like just got my work laptop replaced because she also bit my last one, and I'm a little too embarrassed right now to admit to my boss that yet another laptop has already broken. So I'm trying to wait it out a little bit before I'm like, hey, I need to get this replaced. Because like it technically works and I can get all my work done on it. Um, but yeah, if I have a second incident of my cat ate my work laptop within like a few months, then it might look a little bit suspicious. Ripperoni, yep. I did tell one of my coworkers about that because I was like, I can't keep this a secret from everyone. Um, but yeah, eventually we'll get that replaced. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna suffer the consequences. I have been a little busier at work these last couple weeks though, which is like in a good way. In a good way, but also I'm like, man, I have to like actually be productive. Yeah, it's a very different kind of like project than I'm used to working on too. Um, but yeah, I did like a check-in with my boss today, and he said I was doing a good job, and I was like, heck yeah, that's words of affirmation. That was a good feeling. Yeah, he definitely sprung that project on me too, because he was like, oh, it's like a military project, and it's very different from what you've done, and it's a really big learning curve. And I'm gonna probably just give it to you and have you run with it and like just kind of be pretty independent on it. And I was like, that's a lot of scary words, but it hasn't been as bad as I expected. Like, there's still a lot of like opportunity for me to ask questions where I need, which is good. I still worry that I'm gonna mess something up, but like, it's not like this stuff doesn't get reviewed by people who know what they're doing though. So like, there's always another line of defense. I feel like if I keep adding to the shading on her hat, the whole thing is just gonna be the same color. But maybe we'll keep it like this. I did say I was gonna try to add some texture to her hat, but I'm not sure if no. I think I'll try it. We'll get some like base like shading down first. Is giving I don't know what to do with it, so you can do it. Trust. Yeah, basically there was literally a point where my boss was like, here's a spreadsheet with all the stuff that needs to be done with it, but there's a lot of extra information on it. And like I'm pretty sure I heard him almost say, I don't fucking know what this is, but he pointed to it and he goes, and he stopped. He's like, yeah, I don't even know what this means. And I'm like, I definitely heard like the beginning of a little F-bomb. But yeah. Speaking of F-bombs, I'm gonna close the door really quick. Oh, hi Cassie, you gonna steal my water? Oh, I would have just dropped the what the fuck word for word. Valid. Kai just got his guardian iron wall jewel, in case you didn't hear him. I did hear something happening outside. That's why I went to close the door. Kai is soaked right now. Oh my gosh. You having fun? Oh my gosh, your whole Monster Hunter party just showed up in my chat to tell me what was happening. I feel like I'm getting a play-by-play in here. His Monster Hunter level is insane. I believe it. I feel like I haven't been playing as much like these last couple of days, but yeah, it's like every waking moment it feels like he's either playing League or playing Monster Hunter. I get to hear him yell twice is the best part. Ma'am, so is Toop. Well, wait, what level are you at now? Let's see. Hi, Cassie. You trying to say hi to chat? She's sniffing my microphone. Toop is my carry. That is Kai for me when I do play. If I see any of you online, it's like Sniffa. I don't blame you. It's like, same. I'm playing Monster Hunter if other people are around to help me. That was what it was like for Monster Hunter Rise too. I was like, I don't play by myself. I play if other people are around to carry me. Shall we make an attempt at texture? Maybe. Maybe I'll just grab a brush or something. What brushes do I have? I do have some textures that I've made. Let's see. I feel like none of them are really given like knitted hat. Like I do have, where is it? I do have this, but I feel like they might be spaced like too far apart. Oh my gosh, that's really light. Oh, that's why. Be right back. Vanilla's creaming on me. Oh my gosh. Taste my emojis. I'm just happy to watch. Oh my gosh, what is happening? No, it's not the worst. Should make it bigger. I could just like squish it in like this. Ooh. Yeah, that works. These brushes just exist so that I can try to make things a little bit easier for myself. And you know what? Let's just do it like as a normal layer. That way I don't have to worry about the accidental overlap. Oh. Maybe I should just edit this brush so that they're like automatically closer together, because I feel like that would be like most of the time when I'm using this brush I am kind of squishing it like this anyways. I don't know if I ever put this brush on my Ko-fi, but maybe I should, because it's kind of a handy brush. I told myself I would try to update my shop on there a little more often this year, but so far that has not happened yet. But maybe this is why. Maybe it's because I need to like fine-tune it a little more. Okay, let me just see if that just works better. Oh yeah, that's way better. In fact, I'm gonna redraw it. Oh, yeah. Maybe I'll make it a little bit smaller. Oh. Really slowly. Hang on, let me turn these off. Sure, the vibe is there. Should I try maybe like a lighter one underneath, or is that like too much? Maybe if I... Ooh, no, I don't like that. Well, maybe, okay, maybe I can work with that. Now it kind of just looks like leaves on her hat, but I don't know if I hate that. If anything... Oh, excuse me, Cassie. Hey, Cassie. Come here. Hey, kitty cat, don't do that. Okay, maybe I'll wrap it up soon because Cassie's getting a little bit antsy and I think she wants a little bit of attention right now. Okay, one last thing I will do though is that back part of Alma's glasses. Cassie, don't eat that. Hey, excuse me. Hey, don't eat that. Anyways, because first of all, I don't really like the gray, but also I don't know if I like this thickness. Let's make it a little bit thinner. And then, you know what, maybe I'll just make it black for now. Okay. What is she eating? All the wires behind my computer? She's been really liking crawling back here. Excuse me. Okay, hang on, give me a minute. Okay, I'm just gonna end stream because Cassie is getting too fussy and now she's trying to eat my microphone. So, yeah, I'm just gonna. Oh my gosh, I lost my freaking. Ma'am. Okay, yeah, thank you for hanging out. She's in front of my monitor, but yeah, thanks for hanging out. We will maybe continue this another time. As much as I would like to continue, I think it's time for some kitty cat playtime. So, all right, bye bye.